I start recording before I unmuted. That's a new one. Oh, there it is. Yay. Yeah, I'm just gonna do this for a little bit. We'll see if I decide I want to do something else later. We'll see. I think my problem where I'm at in Tekken is like, I need to learn frame traps. That's a big one. Well, and also I need to be the one to stop mashing. That's also a thing I should be doing. And learn like what's highs and what you can do with them. Like, yeah, defense I definitely need to learn, but there's still so much like Victor I do not know. Like, I don't know a single frame trap. It's not great. I also forgot all the follow-ups that Victor gets. Like, I know the moves that are like the follow-ups because it's forward 1+2 and down 1+2. Like, those are his follow-ups afterward. I don't know what moves gets him in that position though. I forget. Oh yeah, there's that. Yeah, I don't know if... I don't think I have much to talk about. I mean... Yeah. I guess I just should figure out what to do. You know, there was a clip I was like, oh, I might make a clip of this, and like obviously I want to do like edited stuff because then people will respect it more. And so like I was like, oh, I got one, like I can maybe make a clip of, and then I played Hoi 4 all day yesterday. Because remember when I said that I don't think my computer can run Hoi 4 because it crashed with mods? Yeah, vanilla it still works. At like 1943, it still works. Obviously runs slower, but yeah, it still works. So yeah, I was kind of doing that all of yesterday. I was thinking Wii Party, but like I don't know if I can get. I guess I did do like Sunday stream Wii Party once, didn't I? I was like, I don't know how I can get a full stream out of that, but yeah, I think I did do that. I think I basically just played every main game mode. Was how I got through that. I should probably play console games more because I assume once I go to college, I won't be able to. Like, I am thinking like maybe I don't get a dorm, maybe I do just commute. This is a half hour, which is annoying for like sleep schedule stuff. But like also if I live in the dorm, like it give me some other life skills, like, but then I can't stream like any console games unless like I emulate it. Like unless I do that, then I literally can't play any console games. So yeah, I don't know. Because my dorm is not big enough. I said before, like when I was looking at it, like it's essentially a bedroom, and a very tiny bedroom at that. So yeah, it's not great. I think also like if I want to use it for streaming, it's gonna have to be someone who's not there often, or like I get along with very well. Because yeah, there has to be at least 2 people, I believe. So. Yeah, I'd probably choose someone who isn't around a lot to like room with. Because the thing that was different with my brother when like there was like a fallen apartment, right? Like I feel like you're gonna be there more often, especially since it was like a smaller college too. So like I don't think there's as much to do around it, and it's in like a smaller town. I mean, the one I'm going to is as well, but I think it's a little bit bigger. So yeah, I think you're in your like room a lot more, and again it helps that it's like a fallen apartment. Yeah, I'm sure the colleges that have pretty big dorms or residence spaces, like they're few and far between. I assume most are like the ones that I saw. Like honestly, like that is the thing that's like keeping me from like wanting to do it right away. But like I guess I don't even like with my content creation, I don't even really play console games anyway. Like when was the last time I did that? It's been a minute since I've played a console game. Hitman was a PC game. Yeah, Tekken's PC. It was Wii Sports in July 5th. Wii Sports Resort, that was the last time. But yeah, I wouldn't be able to play console games, like, because obviously it's always an option right now, but like, I wouldn't have that option unless I'm like on breaks. Which from what I've known for college, I think you basically get like a month off for like winter. So I'd have that, but... Yeah, I should also just figure out something to do. I was thinking of the idea of like taking a gap year and just like kind of working a normal job. Because like my mom, I would still live with my mom probably, right? So I wouldn't have to worry about those expenses, so I could just invest everything into this. That was what I was thinking. I don't know if my mom would love that idea. But it was something I've been thinking about. I mean, yeah, I don't think I open myself up a lot for like clips really either, because there's only so much you can do that's like funny when you're just talking about stuff for an hour, or just talking about yourself in general. And like oftentimes about serious topics too, or like more complex ones, like it's very hard to make something off of that. And I think that's my issue. Because like I can put like take that bit from my stream and like make a video out of it, but that doesn't mean it'll get any attention. In fact, like when I was looking at it on the main channel, it seems like it's like no attention, because even if it's like an 8-minute like bit, like I'm pretty sure that does worse in the algorithm than like a 10 or longer minute video, right? So yeah, it just then doesn't get shown. It's just like that's really what takes it out of me. And like I'm hoping maybe after I heard that one thing where people tend to appreciate edited stuff more, that might make me feel a bit better. Like you're at least trying, right? It's just, man, whenever I just saw those like 0 impressions, like it just took the life out of me. I just didn't want to do that stuff anymore. It's like, well, what's the point then? If you're not even showing it to anybody, what's the point of me doing it? Yeah, maybe if I actually go and edit stuff, it'll be different. What's the other game I was thinking about playing? Oh, was it just Tekken? That might have been. I need to figure out how to like in stance with Victor, and also like Elisa's other moves that get her into destructive form. I know a few of them, but I should probably know all of them. That would probably help, and also help with like mix-ups. Like I can still play like kind of normal, and then oh, here comes the destructive form. Like, that would probably help. I am in blue ranks. I keep falling out of blue ranks, but then I go back into blue ranks. And I was flame with Elisa. I think now I'm back down to Mighty Ruler, but I'm in purple with Elisa. And then like every other character I don't know how to play. Like June's hard too, I feel like. I feel like June is like good if I had the fundamentals down, which I don't. So like it's a little rough playing June. And then Dragunov, I just forget everything. Like what his like what good strings or like moves to do a neutral are. Like I just forget everything. I don't even know combos. Like it's bad. Same with Lily, I forgot everything about Lily. I mean, too, I think I only learned her for like one day. Like you gotta keep going if you want to actually learn them. Well, I think Ange is getting like the basics down too. That probably also helps if I were to guess. Yeah, I just need to get the muscle memory to like actually duck for once. I'd never do it. I just hold back the whole time, and yet it's very easy to get through that, especially if you know what you're doing. I think also when I get hit out of Power Crush, I need to like stop complaining and be more like, oh, I can't Power Crush in this situation, you know? Because that would probably actually help me learn. It's like, oh, if I get hit with this, then I can't Power Crush immediately afterwards. The thing is, I'm pretty sure like most Power Crushes are safe on block. So like you can actually pretty much test that with like any move. I mean, like, yeah, you could just get hit even more if the Power Crush doesn't go through, but like if they like pull back because they suspect you're gonna like take your turn back on like plus frame moves or something like that, then it's actually like pretty safe to do that. I hate how much I yawn, man. I think it's with me leaning back, and my freaking lats actually don't hate me, so I could sit up more. Ugh. Neat. I don't know when the next milestone for clicking this stuff is. I forget. Yeah, you pretty much only get it from Click Frenzy. The freaking like making coin or cookies from clicking. That's where you'll make most of it. Well, and whenever you get like the next like upgrade, typically as well. Ugh. The problem is with like the VOD channel, like thinking about it, like because Wii Party always does super well. I think that's part of the reason why I did it so much. Is because like if you go to my most viewed, it's pretty much all like Wii Party or just like Wii games in general. Because yeah, my highest two are Mario Party 9 and 10, and then it's Wii Play, Wii Sports, Wii Party U, Wii Party, also making Mii's, Wii Party, Wii Party, Wii Party, Wii Sports, Wii Party, Wii Party, Wii Party, Wii Party, Wii Sports Resort, Wii Party, Wii Party, Wii Party, Wii Party, and then Mario Party, like Mario Party Superstars. And then there's a Wii Sports Resort, and actually the first Lego Star Wars 3 stream. That's crazy. I didn't realize it actually did that well. I mean, it's a lot lower, but yeah, I didn't realize it had 540. I think the 2 comments on it early on is definitely, yeah, oh yeah, that's definitely what helped with it. But yeah, that's crazy. I mean, they don't stick around because it's a stream, and it's a stream of, you know, just a random person. But yeah. Most of it is Wii Party though, that was my point of my most watched stuff. I think they're all like 2022 as well. Yeah. 2022 is definitely my best year. 2022, 2023. Those are definitely my best years. I've kind of fallen off on view count. And it's just because like I've talked a lot more. 2022, 2023, even like 2021, I just like would go in and play a game. And I think it was the end of 2023 where that really started changing. So I think that's the main difference. Well, and also, like, yeah, I don't play stuff that's popular. The Cookie Clicker, like the first few times I did it, actually got a decent amount of views, but yeah, now they haven't. So yeah, at least compared to what I had been getting, because it was like 50. It wasn't a lot, but compared to just having a bunch of like zeros, it certainly is a lot in comparison. Actually, I could finish working on that one holiday quiz I was gonna make. It's just like because Jetpunk's another like quiz site. It's the same as like Sporkle. There just isn't like any ads on it, which is why I use it for like school. It's a very like geography heavy quiz site, but yeah, I've been making like they also have a mechanic where like you can just randomize, like you have a pool of answers and you can just randomize it from that pool, so it changes every time you play it. And I was gonna do that with like Hololive like songs and who did them, basically. But I could work on that. The thing is also like I don't think to like look up more songs. And also their freaking full names, because I forgot Muna's and Toa's. Because I was gonna put their full name on the, and Sana's. I was gonna put their full name on the freaking like answer, and I freaking forgot their names. Whoops. I think for the most part though, there's a name filter on it, which I think just like if you put last name it counts. So I think if you type the name they go by, like that will work for the most part. I think it would be weird because I think Narissa you have to put like Advent and like Justice, some that have their last name first. You would have to go by their last name. So I'm gonna see if I can change that to include their first name, because you don't need to know their last name. Let's be honest. Or just like abbreviations like Herb or Liz, mostly for Elizabeth. Yeah, probably also just throw in that as well. It was surprising me too though, because there is a Hololive member quiz on Jetpunk, but they didn't accept Bibu, which I thought was weird. Like you had to put Bijou. Because like the thing was that was made in December 2023, and I think Bijou started going by Bibu like literally like the week later. So like they definitely would have been when they called her Bibu. So yeah, it was just interesting to me that I still had to put Bijou. It also included Holostars, which not familiar with a whole lot of them. I got Axel, Vesper, freaking Regis. Every time, man, freaking Ragus. God dang Kobo. Flayon. I knew Desmond, but I couldn't spell his name. So I knew him, but it said I got wrong, but I knew him. And then I got, was it Oga, Robaru? I think there was another JP Holostar god, I can't remember. Oh, and I got Bettle. I got Bettle as well. That was the only one to know. Oh, and I knew Kuze or something like that. And Gerard, actually. I got Gerard. I think Kuze I didn't get because I couldn't spell his name. Or like Ruze or something like that. I couldn't spell it. I knew him, I just couldn't get the name. It was real rough. Oh yeah, and also it include China on there too. And it's like I had no idea. I don't remember. Like, I would say I wasn't around for when China was around, so like the Chinese branch. It's like, yeah, okay. Like obviously I'm aware that it happened. And just like if I were asked like, oh, can you name any member from that branch? I'm like, nope. Not at all. Yeah, it also wasn't updated because, again, as I mentioned, it was December of last year was when it was last updated, so it didn't include Justice. But Justice was like the only one who would have been on there, because they were the only ones who have been new since that point. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that one person just made it to make it and then left it. I feel like for mine, it's like a little bit easier. Because like if I want to add a song, I can do that. And like it ultimately won't change too much. Right, like it actually will make it like more fun to go back to. Since they'll have more songs then. Oh yeah, I also included like branch-wide songs too. So I might include like Blue Journey and like some of the other like JP music groups.
Grainger offers professional.
Obviously, I don't know about them like at all, but
product availability. Call clickgrainger.com or just
yeah, I could also do that.
For the ones
I don't even know who's in Blue Journey. I'm gonna be honest. I just know Blue Journey exists. Also, I'm sure Callie and Suisse have enough songs that like you literally can be randomized. Well, Callie for sure, but I'm not sure about Suisse. They can just be randomized to the point where like you could get all of their songs. The answer would just be Callie or Suisse for every single one. Like I think Callie is gonna be half the answers like every time you play it. It's insane how many songs she has. How many songs does Suisse have? I'm gonna look at this now in the same way I did before. But like I'm sure it's a lot easier to find for Suisse. As for everybody else, but I like how the fourth one is Hi Honey. Nice. Don't play that. That would be copyright. Does it have, okay, it does have the albums. This is like, okay, it's instrumental, okay. I mean, I assume these wouldn't be. Yeah. I assume the ones that are like 2 is like the song and then like a instrumental. Oh, and the 4 ones also. Okay. It seemed like, yeah, there's 2 songs and then an instrumental for both, yeah. Okay, so she's got... Well, I'm not sure also some of these repeats on it either. 1, that's probably instrumental. 2, 3, that's an instrumental. 4, 6... 8, 10, 12, 24. These are all originals. I think they are. Freaking 35 and 36. And I'm not sure if that's actually including 19 music videos. So the 36 seems pretty accurate. Unless this is all of her songs. I don't think so. It seems like she has 36. From what I can tell. Oh, okay, I think there's more. But at least 36, I think. Which would be enough. My point stands. It was enough to prove my point. Yeah, so I think she is about the same that like Callie has on her channel. I think as far as collabs go, Callie has more. Well, actually, no, Suisse could be the same way, where she does a lot of collabs too. Yeah, those two definitely have the most songs out of everybody. Insane. Let me just look up Hololive musical group, because like I really don't know. Like they have so many like different names. Oh, 27. Oh yeah, no, it's just kind of... I like how Fuomoko it's just thrown in with that. Like, it's like all of like the branches are like just Hololive in general, then Fuomoko. Like, I want to know what their their groupings are. I'm not entirely sure about that. Yeah, they make a lot of music. There's 37 pages of 3, 6, 9, 12. So 12 times 37. Oh wow, and yeah, it's all perfectly in 12. Okay. And I assume this isn't even all of them either. 12 times 37, 444. That's a lot of songs. And this might just be singles too. This might not even be collabs. Yeah, 444 originals. That's a lot. Oh. Yeah, I'm aware of that. Yeah, because that's the console. Hey, man. I'll just show it. Well, also this is the Steam version, so I don't think it works. On browser, that's what it does. It opens up the console. I know that, but I don't think it's... Yeah. They're saying in between the... Because I think it just doesn't work on the Steam version. Yeah. I think because you would just kind of cheat to get all the achievements. So I want you to get them legitimately. They're gonna make you work for that $5. I think it's how much this costs. Oh, gold cookie. So this did include collabs because I was looking back at it now and it showed like some featured ones. Oh, they should have put the Eurobeat ones on there. Yeah, that's kind of neat. I mean, yeah, it's kind of a shame that they're just all together because I would have liked the singles. I did see though that there was like under their topic for each one. They had it isolated, so maybe they're doing that now. Cause yeah, I'd like to have them isolated. I wouldn't want to just have the whole like 50-minute thing or whatever it is, 40-minute. It's crazy to me how there'll be people, and this is something I've learned with like just being someone who has no viewers. It's people just going in and being like, hey, you want to see this thing? Or like being like, oh, you want to play with me? And then I was like, no. Or like, yeah, obviously like that thing had like, you know, we'll do the thing. And then they just leave. Like, they don't stick around, they just leave. Like, oh, all right. Cool. It's literally just dropped in. It's like, hey, you should open the console essentially, because it was like, oh yeah, make your name says Open Sesame, which just opens the console. And it's like, it doesn't work on the Steam version. Like, oh, and then just left. And that happened too. Like, there's been people before that, like, I've come to them and been like, hey, you want to play with me or something like that? And I was just like, nah, I don't really want to. And then they just leave. Like... And I didn't think with Cookie Clicker it would happen. I'll be honest. I don't know why you're watching Cookie Clicker for Cookie Clicker. You know, if personally, from me talking, I think you would want to watch Cookie Clicker to see a streamer, not the game. But maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. Maybe my assessment on that is wrong. Because again, it's Cookie Clicker. What are you watching it for, really? There's nothing to look at. And this is coming from someone who played like 5 freaking idle games like before they went to bed. Like, yeah, I would still have like a video in the background or something like that, right? Like, I would have a video in picture-in-picture mode while I was playing those idle games. Because like, yeah, no, I'm not gonna just be sitting there with the idle game, you know? Like, it's so weird. You know, if I do need to look at this for that quiz, this is definitely where I would go. Did I throw Mirage on it? I think I did. Yeah, let me just go to there now. Login. Why does it already have a password? Okay. I assume it would be this one. Correct. That would make the most sense. Unless I use my school email for it. I didn't. Alright, we're good. I could add the... What was this? Shining Smiley Story? Image. Shiny Smiley Story, yeah. I'm gonna do that. For the thumbnail. Just throw that cover on there. Because also, what would I say it's... Like, who is it by, even? Idle Project. Like, is that just all of them? I think it's just all of them. Oh, it's too small. Sick. Except it's not. It's too big, actually. Very cool. Nice. Let's see if this one works. Nope. It's literally not too small, by the way. It says it needs to be 235 pixels in each direction. It's 1,200. So, yeah, no, it's not. I pasted onto this page, and it didn't work. Do I need to do a different one? I might need to do it different. Nice. Sick Google results. Okay. What if I just do this? Is there anything on that? Nope. There's literally nothing for Hololive on the freaking image search thing they're using. Fantastic. And what's a song to use then? Or that? Was it Parade? What's the Parade one called? Shoot. Because I think that one is one that includes like all of Hololive, like most of them. So, what is that one called? I'm gonna just have to scroll through each one of these till I freaking... Is it like Our Great Parade? Is that just what it's called? It might just be our Great Parade or like our Bright Parade, something like that. I can't remember. Also, is there something I can buy here? I'll just buy that. Yeah, I threw a lot of like the EN ones on there. So like, did I throw Reflect on there? Because if I didn't, I'm a freaking dummy. Hang on. Reflect is on there, right? Yeah, it is. It was the like 5th one I did. Okay. Yeah, all the ones that are in my playlist should be on there, and I think there's a few more too that like I just thought of. End of a Life, that was the one I was thinking of for Cali. I couldn't remember exactly what it was called. Like I think I thought it was that, but I couldn't remember it entirely. And I wanted to throw a Cali song in there because I didn't throw a Cali song in there yet, and I had, what was it, 23 in there already. I threw in like all 3 of Nurse's originals though. Was the price song like 2023? Was it actually like super recently? It must have been. It must have been like super recent. Because I still haven't seen it. But they did it for like, what was it, 2023, 2022 New Year's? Something like that. Aqua has a lot of songs too that I would not have expected. Like, I would not expect Aqua to have so many. Like, at all. But she's got a lot. I could throw Q on there. I didn't really think about that. I can throw a Q on there. Yeah, I think it was a more recent song than I thought it was. What if I start from the beginning then? Go back. Even though I was already in like the middle, so like this would probably only be slightly faster at this point, but whatever. Bacon Dimensions. That one I could throw in actually. Did I throw in Sirens or was it only Rebellion? It was only Rebellion. Yeah, sure, why not? Like, we could throw that one in there. Boom. Oh yeah, Born to Be Battled is another one I was like, I don't know how it's worded. I think I'm gonna have to copy paste that one because it has stars in it, so like... Oh yeah, there it is, Our Bright Parade. Well, that's the English version by Advent. Which I've seen that one. I did but below. Like, yeah, I have a lot of the EN ones in there already. Which would make sense, you know? Oh yeah, hi, I didn't see you. This is the downside of, you know, pulling this up. Of course, now people are coming in when I'm not looking at it, thanks. That's... I mean, it's not their fault, but it's like, of course. That's just how my luck is now. Awesome. I love that. Maybe if I move this over. Like, no, not there. How do I move this to a spot that, like, works? Like... Dang it. This doesn't work. I hate it. Yeah, because I can't see anything. This sucks. Like, I can move it over to the right, but that's where my chat is. Maybe if I move closer to the other monitor? I don't think I can do that, though. I don't think so. I think it has to be on that monitor. Well, that sucks. I did Mechanopsis already. I did II. Chimera I haven't done. I could probably do Chimera. And now I'm gonna be checking the chat more often. 2 people have already shown up and I freaking biffed it. Yeah, I don't know if it includes like, I think all of these have music videos is what it is. Cause like I think they have more songs on their channels, but I think if they don't have music videos, they don't include them. I could be wrong on that, but I think. Also, it was Art Bright Parade. That was the whole reason I looked at it, and I saw the Advent version. I guess now I'm just looking at who it says it's by at this point. Unless I just completely missed it, which I guess is also possible. Um, Here's another one. I hate that I freaking missed that. I'm so annoyed. There's Rebellion. Wow, I think it is actually a few more pages over. And I barely skipped it. Nice. When I jumped to the beginning. Fantastic. So I'm pretty sure Art Bright Parade. It said English version. Yeah, there it is. Yep. What was it on page 16? I think I just skipped it when I was on 21. God freaking dang it, dude. Oh, it's Idol Project. Okay. No, I didn't realize Ame was in the original. That's kind of neat. God dang it, dude. Fantastic. I mean, I guess because it's listed under Idol Project, so you would just say it's Idol Project. Right? That would make sense. They have so many. Like, I'll probably do one for each member at this point. At least. Oh, there's Starflower. That's one. Suise, Aski, Muna, and Iris. That I feel like is such a weird grouping because I don't think I've ever like streamed together. Like that's such a weird grouping, but I need to listen to these. That was what I was going to do, and like, but I've just put it off until freaking the EN song comes out. I guess I could just do a JP song tier list at this point. Like I should just do that. I might do that next week then, if I remember. But like, yeah. I think I'll do that. Also make like making this quiz a lot easier. Yeah. So I think I'll do that. I think I was on 23 when I skipped it. No, I was on 22, I think. I just very quickly passed over it, like 22, 21. Yeah, I should really listen to JP songs. Because, I mean, yeah, they have so much on their own. Like, there's no way I'm going to be able to include them and, like, EN and, like, put them all together. Like, that would basically have to be at the very end. Like, I would combine the tier list or something like that. But, I mean, even then, though, I think you would get a pretty good idea because I doubt there'd be very much movement from, like, the tiers where they are. So, like, you could just combine them yourselves, like, in your head, just combine them. I'm sure it wouldn't be that hard. I don't think I would include covers unless there's one that's like really exceptional that like sticks out to me. That's probably been not on for a while. I did not check for that either. Boy, I'm just nailing it. I'm very much on top of this. Yeah, of course, the one time there's like actually people showing up, you know. Well, I guess because yeah, it's at a different time too. It's not 7:30. So I should have kept that in mind also. I just, dang it. I'm just like so used to not having anybody show up at all that it's just like, it's okay if I just like don't look at it like at all, but yeah. That sucks. Can you even do anything with 2 of these? I don't know. Because I know you get the prestige. I don't think there's anything that's worth 1. Get 2% increase. How fast is it going? I guess I'll wait until the next like golden cookie and I'll get a better idea of like if I want to keep going with this or just prestige it. We'll see. I guess I'll just do that. Okay. Well, that's not gonna be much of an increase. I was hoping for something better than that. Yeah, I was thinking about playing Roblox, but that's another one too where like I play tycoon games. They're not the most interesting. Hard to get clips from. I mean, yeah, I guess like you could really make a clip of anything. You just have to be like a good entertainer, which is something that I should probably learn. It's just like it takes a lot for me to like get into a certain spot. Like the Indiana Jones thing, which I feel like is a good clip. Like I just went into it all of a sudden. Like I don't even know what happened. I just kind of like blacked out. And just went along with it. And I think most of it is just because I was in that kind of mood, you know, just to like, I saw the bit and I was like, you know what, I'm in a mood for a bit. And so I did it. I think I'd be a lot more likely to do it with other people. I think that's why it's harder, because by yourself it's kind of hard to do like a bit. I feel like in the way that happened, right, where I was just like talking and then like a bit, the opportunity for a bit like revealed itself essentially, and so I took it. Like it's a lot harder to have those. But yeah, I think I would have a lot more of those if I played with other people, or even just like other people to interact with, really, even like just a chat. Which I screwed up with that guy. God dang it. I'm still upset about it. Because of course, like the one time I'm like looking at stuff, check back over, there's a person there. I was gonna say maybe I should put it on my stream too, like have the chat box on this screen too, but I wouldn't be able to see it. Because it's still on the freaking Streamlabs. I have to click on it for it to show up. So like, yeah, that wouldn't fix the problem at all. Yeah. Yeah. I do the freaking Cali Gus every time I drink, but like, I still sound like myself. I'm like, I was like, like, it's not even like anything crazy. I was like, It's not anime noise, unfortunately. Also, I think Kelly stopped doing that when she's drank water. I think this is something she did like very early on. You know, I would always want to like go back to see when like Ian first started, you know? Like, obviously I am kind of glad knowing that obviously Ame left. Like, it wasn't as hard for me. But like, it would have been nice to like go back and see like Myth and like Council like in their startups, right? Like their beginnings. Because obviously when I watched it, they were already there, and Advent was basically there for 9 months, I think. Essentially. So they were already like pretty much established, and then obviously Council and or Promise and freaking Myth obviously were very well established. So it would have been nice to like go back and see like just to like see it, like what the vibe was, you know, because we don't really get that anymore, because again they're established, so like that vibe's gone. But I feel like it would have had that like new vibe to it, which I'm sure would have been really neat to like go through. Like I just would have liked to live through it. Kind of thing. I mean, I guess it is interesting when like you learn all this stuff, like, and obviously when the Advent was pretty established too, like, and you're learning this stuff, it's an interesting perspective. But it would have been nice if I saw like the beginning of it. Again, like the one upside to it too is like when one of them leaves, and it's not as big of an impact emotionally. Same with like Aqua leaving, like doesn't hit me as much. Yeah, I probably won't watch final streams until like I'm honestly probably living by myself. And then I can like, if I cry, I'm crying by myself. Because it's not necessarily like, I think like, oh, it's embarrassing, like how are your emotions? I think it's more of just like my mom will think something's actually wrong. And there isn't. So it's more of just like, okay, I can like let it loose and like not worry about anybody worrying about me because of that. That's more of what it is. Because like, yeah, I'm in the camp that like the people who are being like, oh, men don't cry is freaking stupid. It doesn't make any sense. They should, you know, let their emotions run, because you know their suicide rates are kind of higher. You know, not to be that guy, but like, you know, their suicide rates are higher, and people point to that as one of the reasons is like they can't voice their emotions. So yeah, I think there's a kind of a direct correlation with that, you know. But hey, maybe that's just me. Yeah. Oh, I should wait until freaking... Okay, you know what? I'll just wait. 2 more. That's fine. Beep, 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 beep. Yeah, so you do never click at all, so that's nice. Give me some production. Actually, I'll wait until I have 10. I'll just go to like 300. I don't buy 1 gram and just go to 300. Actually, I think when it gets like a lot later, like I'll just honestly hold 100 and then just wait until it passes that threshold, and I'll just buy 100 cursors at once. But I don't think I'm at that point yet. Why did I think they make 3 at a time? I'm dumb. I'm an idiot. Let me grab that. Oh yeah, because also I get 2 per click too. That's also great. I was barely on that and clicking it. I am getting a little worried of just like not having any people watching, and like I'm about to go to college. Like I guess I still have some of a safeguard, but it's just like, you know, I guess it would have been nice to just have it, like even have a chat like while I was in high school, but yeah, unfortunately that did not happen. I mean, I guess there's still like half a year left, so who knows, but I think that's probably gonna be the case for the most part. How much is this? 500. Ugh. Yeah, it's gonna suck not being able to play console games. Like, I guess I haven't like done it at all like now, but like I can't be like, oh, I want to play like Wii Party or something like that, right? Or like at least if I do, like I have to remake all the Miis, which is annoying. Did I make him my DS? Because I don't think I did. Because I was thinking like, oh, maybe I could just throw it, like, I don't have to bring my DS, but I don't think I did that. I guess I could do that in preparation for that. But actually, I don't know if that would work in an emulator though. Because I think it works by connecting it to the Wii. Or like Wii U or whatever, right? So I don't think that would work on emulator. And yeah, obviously it wouldn't have the like backwards, so like I'd still have that same issue with the Wii. I'd have to remake them. So yeah. That sucks. I'll figure it out. It's already been an hour, dang. It was not, I think it was that long. I need to just like, cause there's someone else who streams in my grade too, and like it's very well known, and like I think I said before, but my problem is like I think the people who like I'd want to watch wouldn't watch, because I think also they would watch it for like entertainment, and my thing is like it's a little entertainment, but also like I will talk about complex, serious stuff. So like if you don't want to talk about that, then like obviously you don't want to, you're not gonna want to be there, you know. It's like it's hard. Yeah, I should just say screw it and just go for it, you know. I really should. Look, Wayne Gretzky, man, you miss 100% of shots you don't take. Honestly, I think it would just be like a, hey, you know, I've heard like this person streams, like I'm just here to say like I also stream. So if you want to tell them that, right, because they have a whole friend group, want to tell them that, but just have them with like the preface of like I can talk about serious, complex stuff, like that'd be cool. The only thing is like I would think it would slip, and like the people I wouldn't want to watch would then go and watch, because like the reason why I'm silent around those people is like I don't want to talk to them, and I don't, well, I was gonna say I don't understand why, but to be fair, that's what happened with like Emil and Lady Emily, I think. So like I'm not gonna put too much flack on them because it does happen, but like yeah, I just don't want to talk to you. That's why I'd stay in silent, giving you a silent treatment. It's really that simple. That's all it is. I'd just rather not, you know? I'd rather just stay in my own bubble. Like, I don't even think it's necessarily a freaking social anxiety thing with those people in particular. It's just like, I don't want to talk to you kind of thing. That's more of what it is. Yeah. I might as well just send out that message. Because again, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. That's also why I did. There was one where I think added someone on like Twitter or something. I forget. It was something like that. Oh yeah, no, it was the Jules thing. That was like, I was like, oh, maybe that will get more views. The only thing is, I think Jules is taking a break from Twitter, which is the only downside. I think if he was on Twitter, then like that might have got more traction. Yeah, it's just unfortunately he's I think he took a break from Twitter, and he's not a Blue Sky either. So yeah, that's unfortunate. That's why I didn't add him in the Blue Sky post that I made. It's like, well, he's not on there. You know, the clicks sound like super loud, but somehow they don't get picked up in the mic. Like, I swear, like, quieter stuff gets picked up than the freaking clicking. I mean, maybe it gets picked up when I'm talking, but like, it's crazy to me, like, when I'm not speaking and like just clicking, it doesn't show anything. Because it's so loud. At least to me, it is. It's crazy. Let's do that. I'll just buy a bunch so like we can keep making more. There we go. Bam, just in time for that. Look at that. Crazy. I gotta stretch. I gotta stretch now. I like round numbers. Yeah, I should just take more chances. The only thing is, like, I don't know where those chances will arise, but yeah, maybe they'll just come to me, you know? And I just gotta wait and find out. You know? And I think honestly doing those tier lists are better. Because then, like, people who have similar interests will find you then. Again, like, it's hard because I talk about serious topics, but I think maybe the tag is gonna help me more than I think. But I think it's like one of those things where it's just in the top left corner and like they have to do a drop down thing for it. Like, I don't think the classification, like, they flash it on their screen or anything. Like, it's just in the top left thing and then you have to drop it down. So like, yeah, I don't know. And they look kind of crazy, you know? You just have to sit there and wait for a golden cookie. I think you have to wait for like 2 of them. Or I think it's like 4, because I think they always alternate between like giving you cookies and like production ones. Obviously when you have 0, it's not going to produce any. So like I think you have to wait for like 4 golden cookies before you can even like start making cookies. It's crazy. Yeah, I'll probably send out that Discord message. Because the thing is also, like, I saw, or I didn't see, but I think I heard from someone, like, having 15 viewers, I think, puts you in, like, a very high percentile of, Twitch streamers. Like, how do I word it? Which viewer percentile? Yeah, 20 says they're in the top 1 percentile. According to 2021, your affiliate partner didn't bring in more than 6 viewers. That puts you in top 30%. Where's the rest of it? 11 or more puts you in the top 3.1. And to get top 1%, you need 51. I just want to see this graph. This is from 2021, so what's the blue in it mean? So I posted an update. Yeah, let's see the update then. Average of 6 viewers, 6 plus is top 21%. Average of 26 plus is top 5. And then 250 plus is 1. Up 1%. Yeah, and this is only including, this is only including affiliate partners. And if you do non-affiliate, non-partners, 6 is 3.4%. And then anything over the top 1% is 26. Yeah, so that's neat. Neat statistics. But yeah, it's crazy. Oh, this is just with the most viewers, I don't know. Yeah. It's actually not that much, you know, is the point. Because I think also when they were including the like 3.1% is like 6 viewers or something like that, I think they were including like just viewing accounts too. It wasn't including people who stream. Like I think it was also just straight up including like people who are just there as viewers. Maybe not. Maybe it is including like just only people who stream like pretty regularly.
For the ones you'll always look
I'm not sure.
Trust Amica Life Insurance. Amica.
They did go through it a lot. I wasn't fully paying attention to it. I probably should have. Honestly, probably should have been paying more attention to it. The only difference is because like that one person streams on TikTok, and I'm sure the people who like were sharing it around already have a TikTok. I don't know how many of them already have a Twitch. I mean, it's not hard to make a Twitch account, but I'm just saying, like, you know, they'd have to go through making another account for it, and also probably have to learn to not dox me. Like, they can say my first name, just like not anything like surrounding it. You know? Probably have to teach them that. Probably see if I can make a Discord with them. So, like, if they want to tell me something specific, that won't dox me. Like, you know, they tell me off stream or something like that. Or like a Twitter DM. You know, just make a Twitter. I'm not making a Snapchat. I'm not. It's just not happening. That one I veto. I think it's also like, if you're an internet personality, those are like the ways you're gonna get contacted, like anyway. Or like email. Or like sponsorship stuff maybe, which I probably should check. You know what, let me check my email on stream. There's probably nothing, which is why I'm doing it. Nothing there. For some reason, my teacher from like when I went to the other school, I'm still getting the emails for them. Oh, maybe, I think they did say like I was supposed to do that. I can't remember. You know, maybe I was supposed to. Okay, I'm supposed to answer that. Ah, shoot. Okay. I'll check out this email. There's nothing. Okay. Yep, there's nothing on my emails. As expected. That's why I checked on stream, because like, yeah, it probably was only like 2 minutes I checked it for. Probably not even. There was literally like 4 messages or something like that, and I don't even know when's the last time I checked my email. Well, I think there's a social spot, see what is in there. So yeah, maybe there's more there. Oh yeah, nope. No, there isn't. Why do I have like no emails then? That's so weird. I thought like I used to get like a lot of emails when they now I get like none. It's really weird. I guess because it was probably mostly social media stuff, but I guess I just don't get emailed that stuff anymore. Yeah, it's kind of interesting, but alright. Yeah, that's the thing too, is like if I get one person there who like at least is willing to like chat with me, because I think that's the main thing. Like you can have lurkers, but like you're not gonna grow unless you actually have people chatting. That's just how it works. So like yeah, also with the like asking those people, oh, we kind of need them to interact. I would think they would, but yeah, I don't know. That's a lot. Kind of minutes since I've had Golden Cookie, unless I just wasn't looking at the screen when it showed up. It's very possible. I mean, yeah, I guess this is without any of the Golden Cookie upgrades either, but I would like another one, please. Okay, I already have the upgrade. Oh, they just already gave you to, because I guess the achievement is what triggers the upgrade for them, so you're technically already have the achievement. Yeah, I want those upgrades. Like, now. That would be nice. That's another thing too, like also like if I have people in the chat, like it opens me up to be able to look at stuff off stream and like not worry about like checking that. Because they're gonna interact with other people there, right? So like that would also be nice. So you know, what happened to me earlier doesn't happen. Because someone else can then basically be like the greeter, like the person at the opening, like the entrance, Jesus, like greeting the people who are just coming in, you know? It can kind of play that role. I will say that freaking job review though that I did for like English, I think that's probably the best score I'm gonna get out of any of them, because I feel like I actually did pretty decent. The only thing that might have made it like not good is just from like subconscious things that like my neurodivergent brain just doesn't realize it's doing. That's like the only thing I could see that's like kind of off about it, but that's really it. Okay, we're back to the yawns, baby. Heck yeah, I love that. Yeah, no, I would love to inform people about stuff. So like, I don't think I'd get political necessarily unless like I want to actually talk about something. Because like, yeah, nothing's really been on my mind right now about that. So that's why I haven't been like political. But when something happens that would make my mind on that, then yeah, it's gonna happen. I don't know if I'm really safe though in America. Just with all the threats that have been thrown around, I don't know if I'm really safe. I don't feel safe anyway. Yeah, who knows? I think the clicking ones though, you have to reach a certain threshold of like total amount you clicked. Let me just click it a bunch, you know? Maybe then I'll get the next one. I mean, yeah, I think also 1,000 fingers. It'll make it a lot easier. 1,000 fingers, it's real good. And then obviously the upgrades after that, because it just makes that one better. Of course, that showed up right when I freaking... God dang it. I really need freaking Lucky Day. So I can... These can show up more often. They barely show up, man. God dang it. Actually, Get Lucky might be the last luck one. There might be one more after that. I can't remember. But I think Get Lucky is the last one. Which I think is entirely fair because, like, they do show up pretty often. Got it again, baby. Oh. To be fair, I'm pretty sure the person I would be telling that, like, I stream, like, I'm pretty sure I've already told them. But that was also, I think, like 3 years ago. So it's entirely possible they forgot. It was like, oh, I want like a 3rd or 4th member. I can't remember. It was 3 or 4, but I was like, hey, I do a pie. Do you want to join it? And they said no, which is entirely fair. I think in my mind, I was like, oh yeah, no, guaranteed they're gonna say yes if I bring up the question. And yeah, that's obviously not how that works. But I mean, looking back on it now, it's like, yeah, that makes sense. Like, I'm not upset or anything. That podcast was terrible anyway. Again, I think if it was me and my friend when we were both really into politics, like, it would have been fine. It's just that happened before then, and I think we didn't really have that many interests that overlapped. So it was very hard to like make a good good podcast and like keep conversations going for a while, because we all had like very different interests. Like even like the games we played, right? Like I couldn't really even add much to it because I didn't play those games, right? Because I think you talk about like Far Cry or like Uncharted. I've not played those games, so I can't really add much to the conversation. So I'm just sitting there. You're like, all right, well. Yeah, I think I'll just say screw it, send that Discord message. Because I'm sure like they might show up even like every once in a while, which would be nice too. Like if it's an every once in a while kind of thing, that also would be helpful. Ugh. Yeah, I did not think I'd just be doing clicker again. Because I was like, oh, well, I won't have much to talk about. Which, to be fair, there have been a lot of pauses. I think it was just like, well, I don't think I can really do a good Wii Party stream. Even though I think I've done Sunday Wii Party streams before. That was kind of a stupid thought process, but whatever. It's happened now. I should just do like Fortune Street. That's a good Sunday one. So like a Fortune Street board. Like that's not bad. I think with people though it actually would fit the length more if I was playing with people. See, I think with computers it actually goes by pretty quick. Especially if you just know how to cheese them, which is you just buy out their properties at like I think 3 times their value. They'll just accept it if you just say like, hey, I'll buy your shop for like 3 times its value, then they'll just accept it. So yeah, you can just basically buy out all their properties and just have monopolies throughout the entire board. It's really not that hard. It's like if I was ever to play the single player mode, then I'm probably just going to be cheesing with that. I don't know if it works in higher level AIs, because I think I've really only done it in like D and C level AIs, so I'm not sure if like B through higher, like if they accept that, but yeah, it's very stupid. You can just win like that. Like you just straight up like, yeah, I want to buy this out for 3 times its value, even though like when you land on it, it's 5 times, and then they just say yes. Very dumb. That's probably very confusing with this one. I should like maybe not like I would say not sing on stream the way of like I think my singing voice is bad, but more in the way of it probably just is very confusing. There's another song playing. Yeah. Which I mean, I guess if I had like my earbuds in, like while or like actually listening to music, then it wouldn't be bad. But it's just like
YouTube Music Premium.
I need some time for my earbuds to charge. Otherwise, I can't make it through the whole day. Which I guess I have another another pair, so like it's probably like a bad excuse, but I don't know, man. It's just what I do. I will say I was singing like the chorus of Carbonated Love, and like I don't know how like I sang it, and it honestly didn't sound that bad. Because like obviously like the chorus is like fast, right? Like there'll be a couple times when she sings like lines super quickly. And obviously I didn't perfectly know the chorus, so I was still like stumbling over words. Because I don't perfectly memorize like the chorus lyrics, but like I was actually singing and like it wasn't terrible, and I was very shocked by that. I was like, why does it actually not sound bad? Oh, I don't think I was that big of an increase. I should have waited it out. Yeah, just having like a few people like just occasionally like coming, like showing up, I feel like would be great. Just have every once in a while, like my friend does show up every once in a while, and I think there's like been a few people every once in a while who just like show back up. But yeah, having more obviously would be helpful. Because honestly, like I would just need 3 of them, right? So like, even if they just like kept the stream open, like I could have like affiliate, and I'm able to do a bunch of stuff with that, which would be nice. Oh, it's 1.4. I'm an idiot. Alright, yeah, I'll just wait. Where did it go through then? Yeah. I didn't realize it was this low. I thought it was a lot higher than that. Oh hey, there's the freaking second one showing up. Yeah, you also want to upgrade those just in case Click Frenzy shows up. So then you actually benefit from it. Obviously when it's Click Frenzy and you don't have this, it's not great. You don't get much from it. Yeah, I guess also a nice thing too is like it would give me a chance to like interact with those people like without necessarily being with them face to face. Like I can show more of who I am. Because, you know, they're just like they're just text, right? So that's gonna be a lot easier for me if it's just text, right? For me to be more of myself than just looking at them face to face. But yeah, I think I'll just shoot that Discord message like after the stream. I've said it multiple times, but I think it's more just to like remind myself at this point. Just be like, I'm gonna do it. Or like, yeah, just like motivate me to do it. It's like one of those things. Ugh. Oh, that's a cheap one. Almost an hour and a half. Nice. I guess me looking at the Hololive stuff really made time go by, huh? Well, it's probably because I was also actually doing something instead of just sitting here. That typically makes it go by a lot quicker, you know? It's typically how that works. Ugh. The thing is also like, there's no shot people listen to VTubers like in my school at all. There's no shot. I would be shocked if someone actually did. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I would think I'm the only one. Because I go to like, I say small to medium size. Like my class size is 70, I think. 79, something like that. It's in the 70s. So like, it's not huge, but it's not like super tiny either. But like, I'm sure it's still on like the lower half of like class sizes. Like if we're going median, because I assume on average, like yeah, they're probably like super tiny. But like if we're going like median. Well, no, I think mean would be more. Yeah, I think median actually would go. It would skew more towards the smaller numbers. Yeah, and the mean would be just average, which would skew towards higher numbers. I'm just gonna look at that median of class sizes. There's average class sizes UK. I just went US though. 20 students. I think, yeah, I wanted more grade size, I guess. Do like grade size then? Average graduating class. There we go. Average public school. Okay, they just did math. I feel like there's a lot easier way to do this. Oh, it seems like it's going up, but it's also projected to go down after 2025, which is when I graduate. I guess it would be weird, huh? Like, it kind of... How would I go about it if I became a VTuber before I graduate high school? Like... I guess I'd have to be very clear that it's a high school graduation. Just be very clear about that. That's also even if I had a model before then, I don't think I would. Like, because I'd probably want a decent one too. Not like a super cheap one. I don't know if mine would stand out, because I'd want mine to be like Liam, but I think it'd probably be too simple or like too basic for people. I mean, the thing is though, like I think it's just like an entry level thing. Like it's like the same as like a thumbnail, right? So I don't think it would be that big of a deal. But yeah, I don't know. The only way to truly know is when it's actually happening, you know? Practical uses, you know? I don't think that's the word I was looking for, but whatever. Doesn't help that it seems like my brain is mush today. Doesn't help. Actually, it would be fun, like, if they would show up, like, when I'm doing the Hololive song tier list. It's not necessarily me listening to some of the songs too, but, like, it's also, like, introducing them to songs as well, which is pretty neat. I think they would probably like the EN ones more, obviously, because, like, also they can sing it. That would make sense. Yeah, I don't think I want to do the EN one until the whole gen-wide one is done. And I've said it multiple times, but I'm just gonna keep saying it. Yeah, it's so crazy to me how like there's not like a date yet for it. Again, like I don't want to rush people at all, but it's just like I just find it interesting. Because like it's been announced over a month ago. So I would have thought there would have been a date for it by now. That's all. But yeah, maybe I think there's just some behind the scenes stuff that I wouldn't know, you know? Like the order they do the like music stuff, right? Because I assume they already did it when they already recorded the like song itself, right? That was when the announcement was made. Like the song was already done. It's just they need to make the music video, if I were to guess. Or they're like pairing it with something down the line, like maybe that's Ian Recco Chapter 2. Maybe that's what that song is, but I mean, I feel like it would be paired with that announcement, though. I don't know. I feel like it'd be weird if it's just like announced that on its own, but like it was just going to be a part of another announcement. Like I feel like you could announce them together, but yeah, I don't know. I'm just throwing ideas out there. I'm not trying to like actually, you know, well, I guess kind of, but you know, I'm just doing it by throwing ideas out there. It doesn't mean that they're true. Because again, they're ideas, and I don't work for them. So I wouldn't know. I end it early. I'm gonna end it because I need to use the bathroom. I mean, I don't think there's gonna be anything that really happens, let's be honest. I don't think anything shocking really is gonna happen. And then I get raided by like 50 people. I don't think they'd be looking at Cookie Clicker streams, I'm gonna be honest, for people to raid. Typically, if like people raid like games that aren't streamed a lot, it's that they were playing that game and just went into the same category. You know, it's not really that they're just like, hey, let's just go to a small category and just raid someone. I think when people raid, they mostly raid people they know as well, which makes sense, but it's just an observation. I'm not mad at them for doing it, you know, because obviously you want to help your friends, you know, like people you know. It's just human nature. When you don't know someone and don't have an attachment to them, then yeah, you're less inclined to help them, at least compared to someone you know. I guess for some people it could be different, because if they know their friend is like in a good spot, then I could see them wanting to help the person they don't know. They know they're like their friend is doing all right for themselves. They don't need the help, or at least like immediately anyway. You know, there's sometimes where like I'm just going with my brain and I just completely forget what we were going on about. And that was one of those times. I don't even remember, like my brain just kept going and like I was saying what was coming out of my brain, but I have no idea where the relation to this was at all. Once I thought, I was like, wait, what was I talking about? I don't remember. Like, what started this? Yawning again. I yawn so much, man. I need another day off, man. Like, if I could just have like a 3-day weekend, that'd be great. Maybe it's just though because last week felt like it took forever. Maybe this next week will go by a bit quicker. Was it the second week of 9 weeks, I think? I'm just keeping note of it in my mind. Keeping a mental note. When's my Thanksgiving break? Oh yeah, I have to freaking do a driver's test on one of those days. Awesome. I think it's literally like 15 minutes though, so like it won't take that long. It won't be that much time out of my day, which is nice at least. Like at least it's only like 15 minutes. It's not that big of a deal. Driving for 2 hours like makes me go insane, but if it's like that long, like yeah, it's not that bad. I'm not sure how I feel though about doing on the highway for 30 minutes. Like going back to like me when thinking about commuting. That might drive me insane because I think it's like 30 minutes if I take the highway. Or like the freeway. Whatever. Yeah. Get that upgrade unlocked right there. Probably get another bank. How much is this? 5 million. I don't know if we're gonna get there in time. I should probably be clicking for a little bit while I have the boost. That would make sense. Well, I put my mouse on the cookie. There we go. Yeah, that ain't oh, wait, actually, we're right there. That ain't happening, but yeah, we're actually like right there. Never mind. It's just gonna take a minute. There are these though also. But I'm just gonna get this one. Bam. I don't think it was that big of a help, but oh well. It was like an extra 5,000. Yeah, actually, I think it like was like a 20% increase. It's actually like pretty good, but doesn't really feel like it. Yeah, I might just end it. I don't know what last thing I want to buy before I end it, but I'm just gonna end it soon because like I think I'm all out of stuff. You know. I guess I can buy the 10 farms and then end it. Yeah. It's gonna take a minute though. Yeah, I think next Sunday though I'll make if I remember I'll do the JP songs tier list. I think that one's gonna be a lot harder though for me to make a tier list of because obviously I don't know what to compare it to. Like I only know a few of the other JP songs. So that one I might honestly just listen to a bunch of them. Like maybe if there's already a tier list set aside with a bunch of the songs, like I'll listen to them. Like to those ones, but I don't think I'll rank them until I've listened to all of them. Because I have no like thing to base it off of really. So I think that's probably how I'll do it. There's an alarm coming by again. Why is it always when I'm streaming? Can we not? I didn't even stream at the same time, man. Last time was a 7:30 stream. Or like an 8 one, I think. I think I started at 8. I don't remember the last time I actually started like not Sunday stream at 7:30. It's been a minute. Yeah, I think I'm gonna end it. Yeah, I'll end it early. Yeah. I've just been streaming for an hour and a half a lot of times, but hopefully I can figure out something here and we can work it out. Oh hey, my stream chat, I'm almost so far down you have to scroll for it. If I saw that one person, then that probably would have been the case. God dang it. Oh well. Yeah, the other thing is all the platforms. Well, 6464. So yeah, I'll see you Tuesday. That's the next time I stream. Yeah, so I'll see you then for something. I don't know. I really should figure this out. Maybe Wii Party. I've promised Wii Party, I think, last like 3 streams. I'm sorry. But yeah, maybe that time I'll actually do it. So yeah, I'll see you then.